This speech will look at the reasons why socialization leads to evolution of the species and self-sufficiency does not. This is my standard for better, in inverted commas, that dogs are a more advanced species than cats because of their evolutionary history. Um, so, quick rebuttals first. This does not mean I'm being racist to cats, nor does it mean animal cruelty should be allowed. Rights already exist independently of how much better you are at a thing. I might be academically better than my neighbour, but that does not diminish their right to get an education. I'm also not selecting desirable traits. I'm arguing that the nature of socialization gives dogs more traits in which they are more proficient at than cats. A couple of clarifications then. I'm not rewarding socialization because humans are sociable. I'm making a scientific observation on the evolutionary benefits of socialization that has been brought specifically to dogs. This is looked at on its own merit and then with a comparison to cats, since that's the debate. I'm also not arguing that the use of tools is unique. Rather, the reasons that dogs use tools is evidence of advanced evolution from socialization. They use tools to fulfill their role in the pack, and they are able to deny their own wants because the pack will benefit more. Cats use tools for their own gain due to their self-sufficiency, which Con has conceded. Next, playing does not mean socialization. These are two separate things. Lion prides are based off individual gains of power and are a unique example among cats. This is not the average for a cat as I set out in the framework. The possibility of a secret alley cat society is highly incompatible with them being self-sufficient, as I'll go on to explain in a little less sarcastic way in my substantive points. Okay, so I'm just going to take a step-by-step approach to this. So we're going to look at socialization in cats versus self-sufficiency in dogs. Socialization in dogs versus self-sufficiency in cats. Sorry. Okay, so for dogs, first of all, socialization means that they value the survival of the pack as higher than their own survival. This allows them to form symbiotic relationships with other animals. So a relationship like this was formed with humans, and they have evolved quicker because of that relationship. We have evolved together as species, and we have worked together in order to create benefits for both species. They also have the potential to evolve more because of these relationships and adapt to changing environments better because they seek out other species to strengthen the pack and make sure it survives and improves. Right? In comparison, cats are self-sufficient, meaning that they do not seek others out. Their evolution is still tied mostly to the survival of the fittest idea, dependent upon the food chain. To be self-sufficient, you have to have amplified strengths unique to your surroundings and hunting ground. I.e., for cats, this would be good eyesight and tree climbing, etc., as we've both discussed. The problem then is that you're dependent on being a specialist in that area. That means that you cannot adapt well to sudden changes of environments, and that you do not have as much potential to develop in evolutionary terms because you develop symbiotically with your environment, so long as that change happens slow enough. In comparison, the evolutionary terms that happen with symbiotic relationships between other species happen much quicker because you learn to develop with each other and you're not dependent upon the environment that you're in because you learn to help each other out. This means that while dogs have less of an ability to jump high, they have more of an ability to comprehend the situation that they are in, i.e. the situation of the pack, their place within that pack and the things that they have to do in order to make sure that that pack survives. And they have the best evolutionary advantages to be able to successfully adapt to changing environments. So even if some worldwide catastrophe were to happen and like that throws off the evolutionary chain for most other animals who are dependent upon the environment, dogs will always want to seek out other group species, other socialization animals in order to make the pack bigger and stronger. That means they are independent of their environment and have the ability to survive no matter what that environment is, because they look to other species rather than the environment of their surroundings. So that's my definition of better, and I think that dogs win.